At least 144 people have died following a powerful earthquake which struck central Myanmar earlier today. A state of emergency has been declared across 6 regions, with rescue operations ongoing to find survivors after several buildings collapsed. The epicentre of the quake was recorded close to Myanmar's second largest city, Mandalay. According to the United States Geological Survey, the quake measured 7.7 magnitude, with a shallow depth of 10 kilometres. In Thailand's capital, Bangkok, which is more than 1,000 kilometres from the epicentre, the quake caused the collapse of at least one building, while tremors were also recorded across China, Cambodia, Bangladesh and India.
This was the moment the might of Mother Nature sent a 30-storey building crashing to the ground. Its collapse forced people to flee for their lives in Thailand's capital, Bangkok, as the earth shook beneath their feet. However, not everyone made it to safety. Officials say dozens of workers remain trapped under the debris of the building, which had been under construction, while a number of bodies have already been recovered from the rubble. Despite being 1,000 kilometres from the epicentre, the effects of the earthquake and the aftershocks were felt across Bangkok. Images posted online show water pouring over the sides of rooftop swimming pools as buildings swayed from the impact of the tremors.
The whole thing lasted about 30 seconds. The sports hall that I was in was shaking significantly, the building, and there was kids starting to scream. It was just a little bit chaotic.
In Myanmar, fear and panic on the streets as the quake unfolds. These images were captured in the country's second largest city, Mandalay, which lies just 17 kilometres from the epicentre. In the aftermath, videos posted online show collapsed buildings, ripped up roads, and at least one damaged bridge. The country has been in political turmoil since a coup 4 years ago. But today, the earthquake prompted a rare request from the military junta for international aid, further raising fears over the scale of loss and the depth of destruction across Myanmar. Kate Varley, RTE News.
Well, we can go to Bangkok now, where journalist Kieran McQuillan from the Associated Press is standing by. Kieran, can you tell us about the rescue operations that's taking place where you are this evening?
Well, it's really, Sharon, a race against time now at this collapsed building that you can see behind me. It just concertinaed at 1:20 this afternoon when this earthquake struck over 1,000 kilometres away in and around Mandalay. Now, the Thai city authorities say that 101 construction workers so far are unaccounted for across several different sites, but the majority of them in this building, some estimates about 80 people. And so far, 8 people have been confirmed dead, pulled from the rubble. You can see these construction workers, they will be working, racing through the night, trying to find some more bodies alive in the pile of rubble behind me.
And Kieran, can you tell us what it was like last when the earthquake struck, where you were, and can you describe what it felt like?
Well, I didn't feel it myself, but other people I've spoken to in some of the larger and more high-rise buildings that are dotted around the city said that they felt a little bit dizzy. And then at some of the hotels, rather, the swimming pools on the roof started to drip water, and it was a chaotic scene. Many people then camped out on the pavement. This afternoon, I saw thousands of people all across the city unable to get back into their buildings, unable to get back into the places where they live. And the traffic scene here this evening was fairly chaotic as well. But, one question does remain. This is a very vibrant city. There's a lot of construction here. Why did this particular building collapse, Sharon?
And what are you hearing, Kieran, from Myanmar, which is where the epicentre of this earthquake was? We're seeing some images and footage coming through from there, but have you heard more?
Not really. I mean, this is the only way we can get information is via social media from contacts that we have there. I've seen some quite disturbing images, which I think we've all seen, of some very historic buildings in Mandalay, which are just piles of rubble now. The death toll there is 144, as mentioned in the report. The regime, the military junta, have been reluctant in the past, in previous natural disasters, to reach out to the international community. As your reporter suggested, it does seem that the scale of this could be so great that they have actually requested the international community to come to their assistance.
No doubt we'll find out a lot more in the coming days and weeks ahead. Kieran McQuillan, journalist with the Associated Press from Bangkok, thank you for speaking to us on 6-1.